The global race for artificial intelligence dominance took a dramatic turn this week as Chinese tech giant Huawei Technologies unveiled a multi-year roadmap for its next generation of AI chips. The announcement marks one of the company's most public displays of confidence since it was blacklisted by the United States in 2019 and signals Beijing's intensifying push for technological self-sufficiency amid the escalating US-China tech war. At its flagship Huawei Connect conference in Shanghai, the company laid out a 3-year release schedule for its Ascend AI chip line, a rare move in China's typically opaque semiconductor sector. After being placed on the US Entity List in 2019, the company went largely silent about its semiconductor ambitions. The public release of a long-term strategy signals renewed confidence. Kevin Xu, managing general partner at Interconnected Capital, told SCMP that this reflects Huawei's shift from defense to offense. They are educating the market again. This shows Huawei feels confident enough to set expectations. A 3-year AI chip roadmap. At its flagship Huawei Connect conference in Shanghai, the company laid out a 3-year release schedule for its Ascend AI chip line, a rare move in China's typically opaque semiconductor sector. Ascend 950PRQ1 2026. Optimized for prefill and recommendation systems essential for improving inference efficiency in generative AI. Ascend 950DT late 2026. Designed for decoding and training, placing it in direct competition with Nvidia's training accelerators. Ascend 960 and 970 2027-2028. Future iterations intended to build on the 950 family, mirroring the disciplined product cadence of US chip makers like Nvidia and AMD. This structured rollout, analysts note, is a clear message to investors, customers, and rivals that Huawei plans to sustain innovation under sanctions and build a long-term alternative to US technology. Supernodes and Atlas superclusters. Alongside the chips, Huawei unveiled its Supernode plus cluster architecture, embodied in its Atlas 950 and 960 systems. These massive AI computing platforms link hundreds of thousands of Ascend processors through high-speed interconnects to create superclusters. The company claims these clusters can deliver computing power in the zettaflop range, with benchmarks of 1 zettaflop FP4 for inference and 524 exaflops FP8 for training. If validated, these figures would rival or potentially surpass Nvidia's flagship AI systems, such as the GB200 NVL72. The memory breakthrough. A major highlight of Huawei's roadmap is its move into high-bandwidth memory HBM, a technology traditionally dominated by South Korean and US-aligned suppliers. The upcoming Ascend 950PR will integrate 128 GB of HBM with 1.6 terabytes per S bandwidth. The 950DT variant promises 144 GB of memory with speeds approaching 4 terabytes per S. HBM is critical for training large-scale AI models, as it enables rapid data transfer between memory and processors. Huawei's claim that it can develop HBM technology in-house suggests a significant step toward reducing China's reliance on foreign suppliers, an area US sanctions have sought to restrict. From blacklist to boldness. Huawei's decision to publish a roadmap through 2028 is striking given its history. After being placed on the US Entity List in 2019, the company went largely silent about its semiconductor ambitions. The public release of a long-term strategy signals renewed confidence, competing with Nvidia. While Huawei's announcements are ambitious, analysts caution against assuming parity with Nvidia. Process technology. Huawei's chips are still manufactured on less advanced nodes than Nvidia's. Efficiency, power consumption and performance per watt may lag behind Nvidia's H100 and GB200 series. Software ecosystem, Nvidia's CUDA remains the dominant programming framework for AI, while Huawei's CAN and Mindspore frameworks are still in early stages of adoption. Global developer base. Nvidia enjoys entrenched partnerships with US cloud giants like Microsoft, Google, and Amazon markets largely closed to Huawei. Yet Huawei's strategy may not be to match Nvidia chip for chip. Instead, it is leveraging scale, clustering, and integration with China's state-backed cloud and telecom ecosystems to ensure dominance domestically, while offering international partners an alternative outside US influence. National strategy and symbolism. Beyond technical claims, Huawei's roadmap carries deep political symbolism. Beijing has made indigenous innovation a cornerstone of its economic strategy. By mapping its AI chip releases through 2028, Huawei is sending a message of resilience and continuity to policymakers and investors. U.S. restrictions cannot derail China's AI ambitions. Global implications. Domestic consolidation. Chinese firms like Alibaba Cloud, Baidu, and Tencent may increasingly standardize on Huawei's chips, reducing exposure to foreign sanctions. International expansion. Huawei could target emerging markets, positioning itself as a non-Western AI supplier. Supply chain shifts. A successful HBM program would alter global memory supply dynamics, potentially challenging Samsung and SK Hynix. U.S. response. Washington may escalate restrictions further, potentially targeting packaging technologies, optical interconnects, or even secondary suppliers in allied nations. AI arms race. Control over AI hardware equates to control over future applications from autonomous weapons and surveillance to finance and drug discovery. Conclusion. Huawei's new roadmap represents far more than a chip launch. It is a declaration of intent. China will not be locked out of the AI race. The US-China tech war is no longer just about restrictions and blacklists. It is about competing visions of the future of artificial intelligence. And as Huawei pushes forward, the world is left to ask, will America's sanctions contain China's rise, or will they accelerate it? Please subscribe, comment, and share.